I met these people in a previous film, which was my graduation project for the film school I attended. And in this, there was a building in Brussels called Jezu. It was very close to my former house, and one day I entered there, and it was like it was a space inhabited by 200 people. And these 200 people, they came all from very different backgrounds. But the first people I really met in this squad, it was a squad, was Pavel. And Pavel, he introduced me to. He came from Slovakia, and he introduced me to the people he knew. This like a community in this building, which were all Slovakian people from Kosice, and they were living there in the center of Brussels. And I started to make a film with them, which we couldn't finish because the squad was evicted after the first half of the shooting period. So we decided to make something we could finish, and that was this film, La Fleuriére. So this was, and it was made with some of the people I met in this squad, and it was made with some people I met after. And yeah.
Olovihin je pas dživipin. On tu di janle drumeha. Ale merki ni jal tut teaver drumeha. O te achaios. Jaha rovnes pereha. Soske pereha. Nasalacho.
Well, what I wanted to do was concentrate to make a film about their way of speaking and how they interact with each other, and it's therefore that we chose to do it against a kind of neutral walls, to do it in a kind of neutral space. And at a certain point we decided to do it in a studio because we filmed some scenes in their houses, but it didn't really work, and the houses were changing rapidly. They were so we moved to a studio to have this silence of a place and to be able to concentrate on the dialogues between them. So this is the core of the film for me, and we worked together on these dialogues. So it was like. We went there every weekend, and then we started with something, sometimes with something we discussed on the train going to this place, because the place was in Ghent and we are all living in Brussels. And we discussed several things, and then they or I or someone choose okay, we're gonna try to make a scene about this, and then they started speaking, and we worked the whole night because we filmed at night because it was not dark in the studio. It needed to be dark, so we waited till it was night, and then for 5 or 6 hours every night, every weekend, we did 1 or 2 dialogues, and in the end, sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't work, and we they searched as well, like. What works, what doesn't work, like the work. It takes a lot of time to make films. This is something. It takes really a lot of time in every stage. Film is a very. It's not so quick as a medium. It takes a camera, and it takes sound, and it takes a lot of things to be. It's incomparable to many other things in this way, I think. Also the editing, it really takes a lot of time, but also constructing a scene, it takes a lot of time. So perhaps this thing that it's such a long, it was a very long process. It was nice, but it's long.
Che omas mangi muoren varika. Muoren tarkkaan masti varika varika. Chukares taato. Perdoniipi. Sotmekna salaskaakin. No.
Well, it's what I said in the previous question, that there was no script, but there was so there is a kind of improvisation, but it's an improvisation within a certain frame. So first of all, the frame of the image, that they're like they stay on a certain position, so there isn't so much movement in the film. There is a kind of frame wherein they can interact with each other. And secondly, it was improvisation, but we redid things, sometimes because I thought we had to redo things, sometimes because we wanted to go further on a certain aspect of the dialogue, sometimes because we wanted to speed it up or slow it down. So it is an improvisation, but with certain rules and certain. But there was no classicals, but